Ooh. First of all, I'm making fun of you because it entertains me.
Nobody likes Onion says, I knew it. I knew a divorce count is on. Yeah, you got to watch out for that, man. We sneak it in on you.
Yeah, so how many months ago was it that the 2 years had started, the countdown?
I think probably November.
Oh, man.
Somewhere around there.
What do we got, a year and... I can't do math.
Well, here's the problem.
Okay. This is from Real Media Player. Oh, he's not a steel toe guy. Because you have to get the internet. There's no getting the internet. They get to...
Who has to get the internet?
I got the internet going.
Guy in the hot tub says that this was Nick Rekieta's idea. He says he didn't want to do it.
What?
But Nick Rekieta told him he had to.
Wait. The other guy...
Wait. Hold on. Was PPP taking me seriously? This is what I love about radio and hate about the internet. Regular, normal, everyday people who kind of get social cues and aren't remarkably autistic, listen to your radio show. Complete autists listen to internet podcasts. Believe it was real, so they just blew past all the sarcasm. But yes, I'm sorry, boys. I was being sarcastic. I'm sorry. And by the way, how is that a cope? Let's say that was. First of all, it's a sarcastic comment, so it can't be a cope. But how would that be a cope regardless? Wouldn't that just be explaining what happened if that was the way it went down? These internet autists, man, they're so weird with their phrases and terms. They ruin them all because they don't know what they mean. They use them as like shields for themselves. They use like cope and triggered and all these terms, and they don't know what they mean. I'm a dipshit and I'm never changing their mind on that. I'm a polycule cuck retard, and that's never changing. So they use them wildly irresponsibly, so they don't have to take responsibility for the fact that they're just being angry and trolly. Nobody wants to be just an angry troll. So they have to make up words and phrases to attribute behaviors to other people so that they can justify what they're doing. Like, I'm going to own the internet. They're always going to think you're a fucking screw-up junkie. That's who you are to them now, and you always will be, and you will never change their mind. But so far, now, don't get me wrong. So far, I like these guys. I just had to set them straight on that one thing. Now I'm going to get out of their way and let them cook. So they don't like Nick. They seem pretty indifferent towards me. They think I'm a little... That's fine. Who doesn't? But if I had a nickel for every time April's been called a beard. But they hate Nick a lot. So when he goes, here's what I think happened, I guarantee you his what-if scenario is going to be, Nick wanted to do this because he wants to f*** all of them. That's going to be kind of the lay of the land here, in my opinion. Whereas, again, I will tell you, April and I had to do a members-only show. We thought it would be funny to go out in the hot tub and hang out and film it for a little bit. So we did. I'm sorry that that's not a very sexy answer. I'm sorry that I don't have something a little more interesting for you. It's literally just 4 friends being and going into a hot tub and saying shit, which they're going to nail us on pretty soon here.
It turns out...
So are they these two?
Yeah, so they're husband and wife.
Yeah, we are. Now, I haven't seen this part where they go to the beginning of the hot tub stream. I'm really hoping that either PPP or Andy Worski gives me a little bit of an attaboy for how attractive my wife is. That would mean a lot. Then you can call me a homosexual. I don't like it when people set me up to brag about my life, but it's remarkably active, and there's a lot of coming on all sides. Everybody's just coming their faces off. Me and April, Gino and Keanu, Chrissy and Frank, Nick and Lady Reg. I just figured that's what they want to hear. Oh, but April and I, sorry to say, we have quite a bit of sex. And there's a lot of coming on both sides. Very sorry about that.
Uh-huh.
And so there's this...
I want the disrespect of April to stop a little bit here, because look at this beautiful princess right here. You think if I was laying bad, someone like this would stick around? Have a little respect for her judgment. You got to be... To land someone this beautiful, you got to be able to throw some dick. It's just the way it is. That's the way of the world.
This weird sexual dynamic going on here where Lady Rackets wants to this guy's wife. She wants to scissor him, and then Rekieta wants to have sex with him.
It's just there to April. She's got a one-track mind, and it's just have scissor April. That's it. And with the conviction of a born-again Christian confessing his love to Christ, PPP goes, and Nick wants to have sex with Aaron. He just lays that in there, and I don't think he's kidding. I think PPP believes that in his soul.
So it's not actually like the swinging that you would traditionally expect.
Wait. Toe's wife was a listener. To what?
Me.
To Rekieta.
To us? Oh,
No, not to Rekieta. She didn't know who Nick Rekieta was until they were on Simpcast together. She was a listener of Steel Toe. I one of my listeners and married her. I found a listener. I did what you're supposed to do. I found a really hot listener 8 years younger than me, and I fucked her and married her. That's what you're supposed to do. Like God intended when he created radio. If God didn't want us to fucking marry our listeners, why did he create the medium? I ask you. Continue on, boys.
Rekieta.
So it's all just crazy.
All right, so this is like very
it's all this, like,
incestuous.
weird, like
incestuous
swinging,
style
coupled shit.
All right.
PPP is just so enamored with all this. He's shaking in his little smoking jacket and his captain's hat. He's like, it's all very incestuous, cuckoldy, gay. He cannot get enough of this.
All right.
As cuckoldy. He cannot get enough of this.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for the updates.
Now, this is going to be the toughest part to watch. I'm watching back this hot tub stream, and I must say, Nick and I definitely laid on the jokes a little too heavy. You talk about giving people ammunition. Holy shit, we handed it to him in balls.
Rekieta's wife hates Aaron. She just hates him.
Why does she hate Aaron?
I don't know. I think because she is upset that Aaron wants to have with Rekieta. So Josh,
I love this guy. Lady Rackets hates Aaron. Oh, yeah, why? And I love that Worski is asking PPP as though, like, he's the scientist at Jurassic Park explaining to him how they made the dinosaurs. Worski's like, really? She hates him? Why? As if PPP would know. And PPP goes, well, allow me to bullshit you a reason. You see, she's mad that Nick wants to have sex with Aaron. So she hates Aaron because Nick wants to have sex with him. Hey.
Moon said was that Lady Rackets has threatened that Rekieta and this man are in a relationship because she feels like she can't compete with a man for her husband's affection. And because Rekieta is bisexual, it's now threatening the whole dynamic of the marriage.
Wow.
How do you not love this guy's earnest analysis of the situation? I don't know. I don't belong in the internet. I just don't, because I find this shit funny. And this would be something that would start a podcast war anywhere else.
I believe him.
I believe him. He knows better than anyone.
That's true.
Is this a sister-wife situation? What is this? I'm the nicest person ever.
So your first words out of your mouth in the hot tub are, is this a sister-wife situation?
Look at Nick putting his leg on Aaron.
Look at the look at this. He's looking at Rekieta with lust in his eyes. Like he's horned up for Rekieta, buddy.
PPP, I'm having a good time with my friends in a hot tub. I'm laughing at the things that everybody's saying. I'm not, I feel the need to defend myself from this guy. I am not looking at Nick with lust in my eyes. I'm smiling because it's silly and I'm having fun. Or I'm looking at him with lust in my eyes.
That's the.
I will give you this. You know how they say don't hand your enemies any ammunition? I don't know if I had an itchy lip. I don't know if I had some kind of reaction to chlorine. I know that the chlorine burned off a big chunk of my hair on my leg because I think Nick put some kind of treatment in it like a half hour before, and it burned off a big chunk of leg hair by my ankle. But for some reason, I was making a lip bitey face. And the only defense I can muster from PPP, because PPP's probably about to tell you exactly what that lip bite means. The only defense I'll muster for PPP here is that I was probably reacting to something the girls said. That's not going to, it's not going to sway him, I don't think.
Buddy's biting his lip.
Look at
Buddy,
this.
there's some real sexual tension going on.
Let's go,
buddy.
felted, etc.
Yo!
I will say this. I would love to defend Nick here, but the minute the heat is off of me, I feel a lot better. I'm not trying to laugh at him. I'm just not trying to help.
Remember how much money Rekieta used to make?
Okay, so now they go into his money and shit like that. That's who gives a fuck about his money. Okay, here we go. Now they're going to make fun of me a little bit more. Because, again, I keep opening the door for these weirdos. Oh, they're swinging. And I love them for it.
You know? I guess we're swinging
What's
tonight.
her name, Sarah?
It's totally a joke, guys. They're
Yo,
definitely not.
Look at Nick here.
He's like, oh no.
He's like, let's go.
Yeah, I know. He's fired up.
He has no pupils. Like Slender Man. What's your
It's
name?
just
Wait a minute. Worski and PPP have opened my eyes. He really is trying to fuck her. God damn it, I got to step in and stop this nonsense right away. I'm glad I watched Kino Casino. I would have never known that Nick's trying to make moves on my chick. Mother. Thank you, PPP. Thank you, Worski. I appreciate this more than you know.
a joke, bro.
You just prevented something terrible from happening. I hope I'm not too late.
Unless.
Is her name with no condoms? Her name's April. April.
No
okay.
con.
April.
Well, who's going to use condoms? What are you, a sailor?
Neil.
I put it on the table. They've rejected me.
Look, guys, here's the deal. There's no swinging tonight unless Nick and I get drunk enough and we decide our lips look too tasty.
It's just
It's there. But these two are a little too excited at the prospect of two guys cornholing each other.
Rub-a-dub-dub. Two men in a tub.
That's
What
funny.
happened? What happened?
I thought it was sober January.
Well,
Now, Nick did say that the loophole to the Sober January thing was that was on his streams. And this was on our members only. So there is that.
all went to shit on the last day. You blew it.
a big pro or like multiple.
Be true about people you don't like. And I don't consider you and I to be people we don't like. You and I, we have no reason to hate each other. We don't know each other from Adam. I do a silly little goofy show for a small audience. I don't know how large your audience is. Whatever. It seemed like you have a good time. But like, just because you hate Nick doesn't mean you can like manifest all these things. We're sitting in a hot tub, fucking leaning into the swinger joke. Which, by the way, we heard with Gino and Keanu as soon as we started hanging out. As soon as we went golfing with them, they're f***ing. It's just kind of what the internet does. You just roll with it and you play along. But these guys are playing for keeps, man. These guys are not around.
This is straight up how you start how you bone someone's wife.
It's not a swinger party, guys, we swear. God.
She's funnier than you are.
True.
Hey, don't you?
Now Nick is mad, and this is a real fight. This is a real.
You know, guys, I was there. I can promise you he wasn't mad. But okay.
Fight.
The
actual fight.
good, the bad, and the ugly theme just kicks in.
Fistful of dollars.
Listen to her, sweet cheeks.
Fistful of swinger.
Okay.
Fistful of cum.
Oh,
Listen to me, sweet.
Hey, Worski. Don't you get gay with me, buddy.
Cheeks, don't you let her talk to you like that.
You're gonna hold her to a chat. It's a contract.
Knock it out. What? Are you guys?
She thought about Keanu
swingers?
C. Thompson.
You talked over my question. It was
All right.
important.
Are we swinging?
The answer is yes.
Look at PPP's face. As soon as they go, are you guys swingers? And April goes, yes. And she just leans in. He's like he saw the Ark of the Covenant. He's just, oh.
This is like, I'm pretty sure I've seen this before.
Apparently, everybody.
Yeah.
You know, Mrs. Rackets has had enough. Nick has no eye. It's like Jacob's ladder.
Yeah.
You know,
Everybody in New York.
here's the deal. We're clearly swingers because we're hanging out with
They
these
asked if
two,
we're swingers.
and instead of having with each other, we decided to do a YouTube stream
Because-
for you.
Get this, we cannot be
Because
friends
we're
with
swinging
anybody who's
so
having
hard.
sex with them.
Is it?
That is, now, guys, I do kind of have you on that point. Oh, they're saying who was sending the nudes. Where the f did my shit go now?
You're right there.
There it is.
Charlie.
Who was sending the nudes to Nick during his local show, Aaron or April? Was somebody sending
Nudes?
Was somebody sending nudes to Nick last night?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Wasn't
No,
me.
I'm saying during his show
Did
they must
you?
have.
Boy, that must be fun.
No, I wonder who was sending him nudes. Seeing the laws on the border. And so
Right.
therefore he's in dereliction of his duty. And then he said, why don't you derelict my balls, Capitan?
Dereliction's a fun word.
Aaron discussing legal process is A, Atomic Ray.
A.
You want to hear? Well, we'll call Nick in here then, and he can explain it legally. Listening to a lawyer explain legal process is even gayer than listening to a guy who doesn't know what the f he's talking about. You got a guy who knows what doesn't know what he's talking about, like me. At least I can go, yeah, and he f***ed around, and he said this shit's not working, and that's gay.
You're like the dude at the bar with a beer trying to explain shit.
I'm sitting here going, yeah, well, he was a all about the shit, and then everything got at the border, and then he started around, and he's not doing the shit he needs to do, so now it's all up. Whereas if we got Nick in here, you go, well, yeah, I mean, well, you see, the legal statute and the precedent of this says that what Mayorkas is supposed to do is he's supposed to adhere to Section 244, Paragraph 4, Piece 12, and that's where this whole thing needs to coalesce around is the legality of the argument that Mayorkas may, in fact, not be enforcing Penal Code 14.46- Paragraph 4.
I got your Nick impression progressively just went away.
Yeah.
Just turned back into you.
Well, no, I realized it was getting and I went,
It
well,
was.
it's not so it can't.
Well,
I can't
that's
do the
jury's out on that one. So
Well,
I don't know.
Look, I don't. Nick accused me of looking at his balls yesterday. I didn't look at his balls.
Why were you looking at his balls?
I was looking down at the ground, thinking of the thing I was going to say, and I was talking about balls.
Why were they on the ground?
Yeah, why were Nick's balls? If I'm looking at the ground
no.
and he's saying I'm looking at his balls, I said I'm not looking at your balls, and and I think he said something to the effect of, "Oh, wishful thinking."
Oh, okay.
I think he just wanted me to look at his balls.
I just want you to know for the record, I heard whatever sound your tummy just made.
Thank you.
That was very loud.
That was a processing a Starbucks sandwich sound, is what that
It was aggressive.
Yeah.
Much like looking at somebody's balls.
When you're talking legality on a broadcast, you don't want a lawyer to describe it because he's just going to say lawyery shit. You want a guy to go, you're like, oh shit, what's fucked up with your mental health? Then people start to get worried.
That was kind of my whole point behind like that Thursday last week. It was just give me a 5-minute breather. I'd like to come back, but then you kept insisting. I go away and I'm like, fine.
Tridio says, to be fair, Nick also doesn't know what he's talking about, so it would be the blind leading the I do get that vibe sometimes when Nick and I are talking. I'm like, you know what? I get a vibe. I'm like, you know what? I don't think either of us really knows what the fuck we're talking about right now.
You're just two really good.
Yeah, I'm watching us talk, and I'm like, I know I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. It's looking like he doesn't know what the fuck he's saying, but we're both remarkably confident in the bullshit that we're saying. Tridio says, or the leading the blind radio guy.
What is up with this?
I'm not the.
Nobody's a here. Stop using these words. Like you're all.
You hear that, Nick? You're the this time.
This time.
I got it next time, I guess.
No, because that would insinuate that I'm a certain way, and that's not true. Excuse me.
April's like, that would assume. Well, no, because technically if Nick's the in this case, then it's his wife. That's.
But you just said this time, like you've got the next one, and that would insinuate that I'm doing something.
No, I'm saying the joke next time will be on me. Like the next person's
It's
joke
like-
will be, I'll be the.
How about that? At least she has a good sense of humor.
That is a good twerk. I like that twerk.
That was funny.
Hey, that twerk will work.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not into twerking. I don't find it attractive. It seems a bit gross.
Nick Rekieta with $20 says that mom is trying to get skirts shorter
Easy.
in a dress code. She's a hero. But if you put pants on or not, it doesn't matter. Like, we're all walking boners at that age.
That's true.
Some of us are still walking boners. It doesn't take much. April will be absolutely disgusted by me at some of the stuff where I'm like, you know what?
Like you this
let's
morning.
go. Yeah.
Last night you were on the show. This morning you were absolutely. I'm not even wearing anything.
You drove. First of all,
this would meet here.
I have to stop grabbing my dick.
Let's see. This would almost not. This doesn't meet school dress code stuff.
Happy
It's supposed to touch your.
Happy Valentine's Day to me.
It's I think lengthwise it's supposed to go to your fingertips.
It can go to my fingertips. I have long fingers.
I meant your shorts or your
skirts
or your dresses. You know.
All right. Hey, look.
It's
Look, I'm getting better. Feature. If you're a
sure.
feature, you're usually doing about 25, 30.
I'm thinking of our shows, and I'm thinking of everybody that performed in our last show. So what we had you, Johnny, Rekieta, and Lila Hart.
Yeah.
All of you did far longer than that.
Well, Nick was supposed to do 10.
So I had to clip out his. So he wanted his set recorded because he'd never done one before. So I recorded it, and I ended up having to send it to him. Clearly, his set was like. I swear to like no, you were in there a little bit.
20,
this was probably like
22
20-something minutes because the whole thing was 30. I had you in there kind of jesting him at the end for a while.
It's I was telling Nick this the other day. I'm like, look, that did really well in front of our audience, and it will always do really well in front of our audience. And he's like, oh, so like I'm a comedian. I get my comedianship now. I go, no. Because if you would have done that set at like a bar that does comedy night, they would have thrown you the fuck off stage. They would have been like, what the fuck is wrong with this asshole? Like the headliner would have been pissed. The feature guy would have been pissed.
Lila was getting mad. Lila was next to me and she...
No. I mean the content.
Oh, the content itself.
He would have got thrown off the stage for saying the shit he said on like a comedy night at a comedy club or a bar. Like because he was at a show with our fans and they're kind of used to that brand of humor. Yeah, it worked. But he says, am I a comedian now? I mean, well, I told him, you got paid to do comedy. So yes, technically you're a comedian. And he asked me the other day, he's like, so do I get my comedianship? And I thought about it and I didn't tell him, but I was like, no, you got to go to like a comedy club or a bar.
Streams.
We've done
I'm
two
sure
hot
that
tub
we'll
streams.
do more hot tub
the
streams.
audience has seen my tits over and over.
Here's the thing. We need to, with our hot tub streams, I don't think we should be done with them.
No,
but I do think that we should crisp them up a little.
Not put Nick Rekieta and I in a hot tub together because it just is so. I watched that back.
Can
Holy
I say
shit.
something? I've never gotten to watch it back, and I don't know, like, what did you guys do that was so because
Dude, we just
you
said...
sent me away when we...
We said really shit.
Really?
Like, even joking. Like, we were
I
joking.
don't remember.
We were joking when we said it, but it was, like, obnoxious. Neither of us were
like,
funny.
Gay as in, like, it was, oh, that's gay, bro, or it was, like, homosexual.
They were gay jokes. It was homosexual. We were making jokes, but they weren't funny, and they were just really gay. I think the Kino Casino guys kind of fucked us up on that one. That was funny when we went over their coverage of it. They kind of gave us a good old...
You did that when you gave me the day off, right? Is that the one? Right?
Yes.
Okay, shoot.
That's
why I didn't see it.
Look, man, those guys gave us a proper kicking.
I listened for a while, and then that whole show just turned into, like, everybody, like, concerned trolling over me. And some of you are very nice about it, and other ones are, like, insinuating, like, stupid stuff. So
well, what do you
I had to tap out on that one.
Balls Deep Gift says, we're doing it.
Dude, if they knocked out, like, tomorrow's goal tonight...
Oh, yeah?
I would probably do the full turn, and I'll linger.
Turn?
I'll linger a little bit.
Oh my!
But I mean, it's not really that big of a deal, guys. It's fine.
Now we were Nick Rekieta and I were talking about this because we both happen to have remarkably attractive wives.
So what?
And we talked about how funny we
She's
always.
Very lovely.
We talked about how funny it is when we go out in public or we walk with them somewhere, and like we catch people staring, and we're just kind of like, right.
I'm sticking to the. I put
We just-
lotion on, so I'm sticking to the seat. I don't like it.
Nick and I both do the same things. We look at the people who look, and we just go, right.
My favorite was
Right.
on
It's
vacation.
a-
On vacation, when you wore that shirt and I wore that the sparkle dress with
Yeah.
the tits thing
yeah.
in Caesar's Palace, and literally every single person in that hallway was like, and they're all looking at you.
They're all looking at me. Yeah, they're all just staring at my lovely shirt. Carl's Frosted Tip says, "Who's the whore?" That's April.
Aaron.
Oh, I'm
Aaron
sorry.
whored me out. Damn it.
Aaron, somebody just said, I had somebody say, Aaron, you really outpunted your coverage. That is true. Jake in the Hudson says, Aaron is not worthy. Apparently I am.
I've been here a while. I think he's fine. Relax, everybody.
Are you doing?
No, what are you doing?
I'm
I'm in a very red dress tonight. Oh, look at this. I knew that person. Did you see that person that popped up?
Yeah, but that was the Bad Clips channel of him.
Oh.
I've watched too many of the Nick Rekieta's a piece of shit YouTube channel.
Nick Rekieta is a piece of shit.
So now Nick Rekieta's a piece of shit videos always pop up in my YouTube feed.
I'll have to tell him that.
I started hanging out with him, so like those clips would come out and I'd be involved in some of them, or April would be on that channel a little bit. And so I would play them on the show and I'd be like, aha, look at us. That's funny.
Do you know I've never watched one still? Not even
really?
not even vicariously through you watching it on the show.
So like the Kino Casino one, we watched that. That's like 30 minutes of watch time. So now I just get in my recommended, I get Nazi documentaries, boxing,
well, that's just fun.
boxing stuff,
You know,
Eric Church songs,
it's hot down here.
and Nick Rekieta's a piece of shit videos. That's my YouTube algorithm right now.
That's fun.
Like if I go back right now and I show you guys my videos, one of them's gonna be, look at this piece of shit, and it'll be Nick's face going like this. They'll catch like a weird screenshot
They'll like pick him at his not brightest moment.
where his nose is looking all big. I watched that video from that clip channel talking about our hot tub members only stream.
Mm-hmm.
And now that channel apparently just shits on Rekieta all the time.
Okay.
So now their clips keep showing up in my algorithm. So I keep seeing like, Nick Rekieta's a piece of shit. And I'm like, that's my buddy. Like,
Why are they shitting on Rekieta?
I don't know. They're saying that he looks like shit. And I'm like, yeah, but he always does. Like, that's fine.
That's
There's
just
nothing.
because he's a Polak. What do you
Yeah,
do?
Nick Rekieta was never a good-looking guy. He's like Johnny said, he's a Polak.
He overcame a lot of his genetics to score his wife.
Yeah, he's got a beautiful wife.
Weird how they're open like that.
SH says that channel also points out how Nick is. Yeah, but say something negative about him.
I mean, the hot tub stream will show you that. Those two were practically effing.
Oh, God, it was so great. It was so hey, why did it have to be so And it's not like I leaned away from it.
No, you leaned in.
Even it was all jokes, but it was like too much.
Yeah. I don't know that it was all jokes. I think maybe the veil slipped a little bit.
Like Rob and Aaron. The Veil. See, it was a Game of
Thrones.
See, it was a thing. Because I watched a half-hour Kino Casino clip of them shitting on our hot tub stream, which I found very entertaining and very funny. We have a clip of their clip up on our channel. But then, because I watched so much of that one clip, that channel is like a Nick Rekieta's a piece of shit channel.
Okay.
And so then all that pops up are like videos of my friend being called a piece of shit. And it's kind of weird to open up your YouTube and like one of your good friends, there's clips of like, oh, isn't this guy a fucking asshole? Oh, it doesn't. It's like the title of the videos ought to be like, your friend looks like shit. And I'm like, sorry.
Aaron's more like, yeah, but did you have to be so mean about
Right?
it?
You have to be such a dick about it. I mean, yeah, he's not the best looking guy in the world, but we all have a cross to
see,
bear.
now he's not going to be your friend anymore.
I know.
That's just rude.
I'm not sitting here saying I'm a world beater either.
No.
We're both a couple of unfortunate looking
If you're both,
who pulled hot.
well, I was going to say if you two are like unfortunate looking, what am I?
You and
garbage pail?
You and Lady Rackets are stupid. You're both.
I know.
dumb.
We should really just run away together, I think.
You're both super hot, and you're with super ugly.
Gravel.
There was. I had a lot of gravel.
too
in
much.
it.
Would you try and
Well,
imitate?
I have to.
Go
Yeah,
on.
Actually, I want to hear Aaron's impression of me. I want to hear it.
It's not ready. It's not ready
Come
for
on.
prime. It's not ready for prime time.
Nikki's getting stage fright.
It's not ready for prime time. You know what we should do is when Nick calls in, we should get the blackface picture and we should put that up and say on the line.
Shit, this is a really nasty picture. It's hilarious.
Hold on 1 second. Images. There we go. I gotta save. This is a process.
Not okay.
It's gonna take one.
You know what's hilarious is my blackface is way better.
It's gonna take 1 second here. Give me 1 minute. I'm not the most technically astute man.
Mine's so dark, I'm actually like Ethiopian. It's like blue-black.
Here we go.
Well, the funny thing is, you keep thinking this is blackface, not realizing that I'm actually in whiteface at all times.
There you go. As you see on the screen right now, Nick Rekieta on the line. There we go. He's there.
That's mean-spirited.
I've never seen this picture.
I don't know that person.
We are. If you didn't, I was being very subtle about it earlier, but we are celebrating because one of my arch nemesis from the radio days, a social justice organization named Unite Cloud, is going under tomorrow, and I am so excited. They haven't even returned my emails yet.
Well, yeah. Why would they? They're going under.
Well, but I sent them a nice email.
Drowning in you? Oh, no. Sorry.
What did you say in the email? Did you say I'm looking for work?
No, if I may paraphrase, what I said in the email was, ha 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 ha, and probably like 40 more of those.
A lot of ha-has.
Oh.
But now, in fairness,
a lot of ha-has, but
I did send a second email.
Things.
What?
No, that was the end of the joke.
He's saying I'm fat.
I'm not a professional comedian, so
it was a fat joke. And if I may, Nick Rekieta is also two things. He's the lovely and talented Nick Rekieta and a giant schnozola. Just thing like a thing like a goddamn SpaceX rocket. Jesus Christ!
I think Nick just asked you an important question.
When it sneezes, I feel like it's about to launch a satellite. All right, go ahead. What did you say?
It's a good launch pad. Yeah, it's a good launch pad. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I can't handle this.
What question were you about to ask?
I have no questions.
Only answers.
No, I was talking to April.
No, I'm not asking any of my questions right here. No.
Okay, fine. No, it's fine.
I'm holding 4 jokes.
Aaron's actually wondering what that nose can do for him. Anally.
Well, Aaron, grab some analies and we'll find out, Aaron.
Analies? What am I, a
Jesus Christ. No, it's literally an anus.
No, it's for the... Never mind. Cynicism was signing that as America's stepmom.
Oh, no.
No.
Do you know? Wait.
Do you know?
No, can I say this? It's me.
May I, as the host of the program?
Shut.
Unite Cloud is dead.
Fine, I'm leaving.
You better mean it this time.
Okay, you talk to Nick then. Go.
No, I was going to set up.
No, men are talking.
April was given the nickname America's stepmom. April, who gave you that nickname?
I actually want Nick to guess. Nick, who gave me the title America's stepmom?
Gino Bisconti.
Nope.
No.
Got it.
I'll give you a hint. You and this guy really get along when you're on streams together.
Yes. Alex Stein.
Alex Stein.
He sure did.
Yes.
That was him.
Huh.
Alex Stein
he was talking about me the other day. I felt like my cockles were warmed.
What did he have? Did he have anything complimentary to say?
I didn't watch it.
Oh. You really have to get that checked on. You really, I mean, these conversations are not going to progress.
That's all he took from that whole thing.
That's not.
That's the first time in a long time.
I think Nick.
That's the first time in a long time, guys.
I think Nick Rekieta is a great friend. He's a very nice friend.
I think Nick's got an hour and a half until his show. And I think he's already in fine form.
Yeah, well, hour and 40 minutes.
Hey, you know what's like half that time away? Our house. Where you can bring bourbon into your
I do know that.
Hey, I have an idea.
Yeah.
Why doesn't my wife stop acting so desperate?
I don't want him, just the bourbon. He has all my drinks.
I just opened a bottle of Barrel Dovetail.
He doesn't have any of our booze anymore. He drank it.
Did you really?
along with some silent rogue who fucking helped him, apparently, drink
Wow.
all my goddamn
What
booze.
a piece of shit that must be.
I know. If I knew that person, off with their head.
I'm trying to think if I have any of that liquor left.
You don't. Hey, stop. You
I don't think Nick
I don't
can
think I
hold
do.
his liquor at
Stop.
this point.
You don't.
I've never held liquor. It always goes straight through me.
Isn't that weird? It's strange how that works. It's not supposed to.
That's how we say so heroin chic at
I
this
had
point.
a-
That's his blood type is just bourbon.
Until I met you, I had a bottle of Booker's that had been in this home for 6 years.
Because nobody liked it. Nick comes around and just
It was gone in a day.
I told Nick I had half a bottle of Booker's. I'm like, do you like this shit? Because we've had it in this house for 6 years and I can't f***ing get rid of it. He goes, oh, I love Booker's. And then he it through his nose and he just, off we go. He's just
Yeah,
off
I
to
got
the races.
so I got Barrel Dovetail. I just got back from the liquor store, realizing I don't have any
humble brags.
whiskey just sitting around. So I got Barrel Dovetail. I got the Smoke Wagon Uncut because I'm only Jewish in appearance. I got Elijah Craig Barrel Proof because that's what you drink when you want to get stuck. I got this Calumet Farm.
So,
I'm very
Wow.
excited.
That's
to,
how many bottles is
bottle
it?
sitting
How
around.
many I'm writing this down. Was that 4 bottles
That
or
sounded
5?
like 5. There's
Five?
a
Or
Drag-
Dragger.
Coach Drager. That was one of ours.
Okay. Then it wasn't him. God damn it. What was You know who might
Mr. Drager
actually
was actually my tennis
No,
coach.
you know who might actually know this?
I don't know.
Nick and his wife might know this because she went to high school and he was the girls basketball coach. I remember I did the play-by-play of his 1,000th career win.
Yeah.
It was
I'm sure they
against
know him.
It was against I was either filling in I was the Eden Valley Watkins girls basketball play-by-play guy, but sometimes I filled in for Litchfield. I think I was filling in for Litchfield and it was New London Spicer and it was Coach Oh, this is gonna bug me all night. He got his 1,000th win. I got to interview him
probably
after the
in the chat.
game. Let's check it. I'll see.
This OBS shit, by the
know.
way. I hate it.
Uh-oh. So now we can't
Oh, now
record anymore.
everything's-
You know what? We might have to
Restart.
no.
End it?
No, not end it.
Oh.
We might have to replace this computer pretty soon. I'm thinking.
Damn, we've only had it for like 3 years.
Well, that's probably
Are
about
you shitting
time.
me?
It's probably about time.
I
if
like
you're-
this one.
I like it too. But knob? I think they go up to
I
like
love
knob.
a good knob.
Yeah, of course you do.
I'll take some knob. That's fine.
Rekieta says, skips me saying I'd maybe come. I haven't gone. How much attention do you need?
Nick, would you like to come on Thursday?
Yeah,
Alrighty
Nick,
then.
would
He's
you like to
coming.
go to Raleigh's on Thursday? Are you
hasn't been
afraid
there
of not
before.
being, is that what it is? Is he afraid of not being invited? Nick, would you like to come to Raleigh's? on Thursday?
We'll invite him. We'll write out like a card, like card stock, and print it for him.
Would you like it engraved?
He needs it like an engraved piece of granite.
Could we get it etched?
Oh.
Would that be okay?
He needs it sent by Raven,
Oh, well then in that case,
a white Raven.
allow me to gather
don't
my
like the black
allow
ones.
me to gather my ravens. I would put us on in the morning. I would put Mersh and Royce on in the afternoon, and I'd put somebody like Nick or somebody like that on at night. And I would have a radio station all taken care of. You'd have Steel Toe in the morning, Revenge of the Sis in the afternoon, Nick at night. See what I did there? And then overnight, you could just replay all those shows. So you could go like 6 to 10, we do a show. 10 to 3 or 10 to 2, Revenge of the Sis does a show. Then you replay the Steel Toe show. Then you play Nick's show. Then you replay Revenge of the Sis. And then Steel Toe starts up again live the next morning. That, to me, would be a station that people would listen to. It would be good content. I mean, the ROTC boys would probably have to, watch themselves. But, like, all bullshit aside, I think Mersh and Royce do one of the best talk shows out there. People like to give them shit, whatever. I think Mersh and Royce do one of the... If they were a radio show, I think they'd be one of the best shows on the air. They're just so funny. And they make so many good points. They do a good job. Michael Pitt says, so it's a radio channel that just plays podcasts. No. A radio channel, those guys would have to do a radio show, basically. But they could because they already Those guys already sound like a radio show, and the reason why is because they grew up listening to like Opie and Anthony and Stern, and that's how they already sound. I think Rekieta's sound works better for a nighttime radio thing. I think it just works better in that time slot. I would throw Gino something for like a couple of hours. You know, there's entertain. I mean, maybe you call. Maybe this station does well enough, and you call up the king. You call up the boss, and you say, "Hey, we got this station. It's doing pretty well, but you know what we need? We need that little bit of rocket fuel to get us to the top. What do you say you make a little? I know he'd love to make a comeback to terrestrial radio. Talk to my boy E-Rock, and I say, what'll it take to get Anthony back on the air? And you put, maybe Kumia wants to do a political talk show for a couple hours. Who knows? But that's the way radio's got to think, because, again, they have the advantage over the internet. They have the... Oh, I got it.
I know. I had to take a few sips, and then I had to taste vodka. It's really not.
Fox 10 to 2, ROTC 2 to 6, afternoon drive. I still need a 6 to 10 show. I don't know.
I just gave you several options.
No, because Nick's got to go on at 10. Nick's style, radio-wise, Nick's style works late night.
I think Rekieta Law could be a good late night show for your station.
It would have to be late night, yeah. It's not like an
good one.
afternoon. It doesn't, yeah.
I wouldn't
don't know.
mind that.
So who do we have 6 to 10?
Gino.
I can't give Gino 4 hours.
Split it between him and Kumia. Give E-Rock something. Chrissy.
Oh, there we go.
Hell yeah.
E-Rock and Gino.
I just got brownie points with E-Rock.
There you go. E-Rock and Gino, because
yeah.
E-Rock could run the show.
Yes, he
Gino
could.
could be Mr. Commentary, 6 to 10,
Just
and
Kevin
then
Brennan.
I
No.
Rekieta Law.
Rekieta Law is going to be
10
late
to
night.
10 to 2.
Yes.
And then 2 to 6 Steel Toe replay.
What about
or
Johnny?
2 to 6 ROTC or Steel Toe replay, and then 6 to 10.
Johnny's going to
Back to the
be
show.
on Steel Toe, so he's
Yeah.
not like excluded.
He doesn't need a show. He'll be fine.
This could be fun.
It'll never happen. But that shit. Let's see. We got Coltrane says his audience will never be as funny as Steel Toes. Nobody's audience. My audience is funnier than me.
This is great.
Nick Stevens says, turns out Aaron is better when he's asleep and is basically himself. I am kind of myself, aren't I?
Why? No, because you're not watching.
That's
Everyone
true.
needs to stop using that word incorrectly.
You don't like the way they use the word
No,
cuck?
because literally you have to be sitting in a corner watching some other dude f- your wife and enjoying yourself.
Technically,
Yes.
no. The dictionary definition of cuckold is someone who is being cheated on.
No, you have to be watching.
I don't.
You have to be conscious of it.
I don't think. Oh, maybe you do have to be conscious of it. Let's
Ready?
see. Dictionary. Don't give me Urban Dictionary.
Nope, this is dictionary.
Okay, dictionary.
Definition of cuck, derogatory and informal, a weak or servile man, often used as a contemptuous term for a man with moderate or progressive political views. What the fuck?
No, this is from Oxford
Here,
Dictionary.
Make a man a cuckold by having a sexual relationship with his wife or by being
Passionate crier. Oh, well, that's good to know. Corn Diff says, you guys sure do. I want to read it as him. You guys sure do know a lot about cucking. Thank you for the knowledge, I guess. I mean, it's a pretty commonly known term, is it not? Nick Stevens says, if April is getting off on sleeping with Aaron asleep so he gets less awake, he's cucking himself. Okay, so I'm the guy fucking, but it's me. Like, it can't. No, I can't. I don't know, man. To also offer, although Scarface says it's definitely Gino.
I was going to say you're. Well, no, I don't know. The only thing about Gino is you two seem to be super for each other. So I don't think Gino would go for me. I think Keanu would be quicker to go for me.
You ever see Nick and I sing rock songs together?
I have. That, you know what? Fair point. So it has to be Johnny.
You have never seen us sing. Oh, Nick, I have a request. Next time around, "Shaking Hands" by Nickelback. We sang "Something in Your Mouth" once together. If two guys karaoke "Something in Your Mouth" together and do a really good job, is that? It's a little, isn't it?
It seems a little. but I'll let it slide this time.
All right, fair enough. Till on the 17th, Melton won't answer my challenge. Nobody will answer my goddamn challenge. I want a fight, and I can't get one. Thank you, 5-0 and the 320.
Whoa.
Appreciate it. Everybody gets a chirp.
Well, I always think it's real life. So I get afraid there's black people in here.
Nick says, I don't want to f you, Aaron. I didn't mean return the favor in that I meant,
hey,
she's the, and then you have the. I almost said something.
Again, can I have any agency here? We're talking about me.
This is too much. Look, if he's going to fall on the sword, I need something to get my dignity back. So therefore,
I like how
you take from me, I take from you.
I want to point something out here. He's saying he'll fall on the sword, meaning like, oh, what a. I guess I'll take one for the team, guys.
Right, like he doesn't want to.
No, he doesn't want to. It's really troubling.
Sheila Alien says Nick on the brain. I mean, how can I not have Nick on the brain? Have you seen that little wispy cutie? He's a little narrow, slender fella. You just want to grab him by both cheeks and just go, who's a good boy? Sorry, I had to exercise the demons. But
I want to deny that one.
Calm down, though.
I wish I had something like that to deny.
We're trying to play it cool here, for God's sake. Zen Militia says, go to bed, Nick, you're drunk. That's now, wait a minute. We can't know that for certain. Is that the real Nicky Rax? No, Will Heron, it's a fake one. There's somebody who likes to pretend to be Nick Rekieta, and he goes into random chats of small morning shows and just starts saying up shit.
Can I actually pull back the curtain on this one?
Go ahead.
It's me.
Hand check. Just one. Just one. Who was at Auschwitz? Says Femi.
Yeah, we are going to have to.
All right, here. This is.
Am I going to need to take a shower after seeing this picture?
Oh,
no.
What the fuck? Is this Pot Awful's Twitter? Oh, my God. Is he shitting on me and Nick now, too?
Oh, my God.
Wait a minute. Where's Pot Awful's.
Oh, no.
What letting steel toe Baldo your wife does to a Nika. And it's a picture of Rekieta.
That's remarkably mean.
Is that the rumor now? Is that the new rumor?
So who's doing what to who now?
I'm apparently Baldoing Lady Rackets.
Wow, this is a scary world we're living in, huh?
I'm sorry to her. That's a terrible rumor to have to deal with.
I'm sorry to whoever, however these two got roped into this guy for us.
I gotta say
collateral damage.
I gotta say this face looks like a guy having a fucking blast.
That's the worst part. You know he's having a goddamn good time.
You can say whatever you want about that face. You can say it's pathetic. You can say it's sad. I don't see that. I see a guy.
He's happy.
Whatever he's saying, it's some heavy shit to him.
It's probably that Melanie, when he was talking about Melanie Mack and was he on with Camelot or something? Who's he on with that one?
I don't know.
Johnny came home home here.
Johnny came home.
Johnny came home. Oh, he's got Mr. Spurgers too.
Oh, he's got Mr. Spurgers. Oh, he did the Nick tweet twice. Okay, it's a little obsessive.
Well, he must really be into Nick.
Oh, he's obsessed with this Ryan Kelly dude because this Ryan Kelly, he says, reported his channel. So he's putting pictures of his wife up and everything else.
Jeez, what a piece
and
of
now
shit.
He's shitting on Red Bar. Oh, boy, he's spiraling. Oh, Jesse is losing his mind.
Do these people... Okay, I almost asked a really dumb question. Sorry.
Wow, Jesse is spiraling over losing his channel. Holy shit, this is funny.
Do you know I was almost dumb enough to ask...
Go ahead, turn your alarm off.
I was almost dumb enough to ask,
why do you have an alarm set for 8:30?
I was probably yesterday because I was in case I fell asleep.
Yeah, look at this pretty boy. Well, look at the little good boy. He looks like such a good boy. He looks like he went to career day and he got to sit behind a radio station microphone. It's adorable.
Dude, you literally have nothing to say about anyone's appearances.
Look at that guy. That looks like he has no right. I didn't grab himself a little bit of money. All I want is a thank you. That's all.
Look at all the collateral damage you're causing, though. When people don't like you, suddenly it turns into, now we're not going to like April and she's fucking hideous, right? And then it's Nick Rekieta and then it's, who else is it?
You're saying
any
that
of
this
our
is
friends.
so. This is
Gino.
my blast radius. You're saying
Yes.
Okay.
Anyone who doesn't like you turns into, I'm going to go to his friends on the internet and I'm going to make fun of them too. I don't even hate them, but f- that guy.
Sheila Alien says, and our red bar is just adorable and crotchety. He's gone into adorable territory these days, but he was a very good-looking fellow and stud. Yeah, he wears grandma cardigans.
Yeah.
It kind of kills the lady boner. Well, he's sick.
Yeah, the cardigans don't do it for me, but like his, when he used to be, filled out and dark and handsome, I mean, look, I'm never going to meet the guy and he's clearly not the same anymore, but he was very, very attractive. I told you that, didn't I? Long time ago?
I never disagreed with you.
Oh, you would too?
I never thought Mike was an ugly guy.
No, he was very nice looking. I'm
And-
sad for him that he lost that.
And honestly, Jules is a beautiful girl.
She is. I also feel bad for her that Mike isn't very attractive anymore.
Oh, pity us and knock that goal out. It really is pity the way we're feeling right now. So please just help us stay on the air as we're trying to keep our business afloat while we're sick. We do appreciate it. Coltrane says, we hit the goal. Here's your $1.75. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Tridio says, Nick is a trust fund baby, too. Yeah, but when has Nick ever said that he doesn't have parents who are very well off?
Nick also tries to not use that and does his own shit first.
Yeah, like when is the guy... I don't like it when people go like, Jesse from Pod Awful tries to portray to his audience that he's this grimy, oh, I'm down in the dirt, small podcast troll guy. He's really not. He's just a rich kid who's bored and his parents fund his every whimsy. That's all. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either. I'm not saying Jesse's a bad guy for that. Just be honest with your audience.
Mike David.
Mike David has wealthy parents. Sure. Mike David's never said that he doesn't.
It doesn't matter if your goddamn parents are wealthy or not. Like, a lot of people still do try to do their own
Just
shit.
don't be ashamed of it.
Yeah, you don't have to be ashamed of it or anything. And if you do use their money, like, who f***ing cares? Wouldn't we all if we had rich parents and they wanted to give us some money?
Yeah, that's all.
I would.
Idol says she became an onion spurg. Yeah, there's nothing you can do for that level of unhappiness.
Whoa. No way.
Mr. Q says, I don't care about a naked April, but the dog is okay. Balls and Wieners says, Lemmy is jealous because her body is a similar shape to a frog. You Ain't Getting My Money says, how much for April to give Nick Rekieta a lap dance on a hot tub stream? LOL, just throwing it out there since we're whoring April out. You see, because I'm a you get it? I've got guys, see how it is.
We're not whoring April out. April has full agency over me, and
Yes.
I would never do that.
April whoring herself out then. My apologies, says You Ain't Getting My Money.
No,
That's-
I don't recall ever whoring myself out on the show. Thank you very much.
Oh, he has patience. She was the first one to say, just right to my face, you're patient zero. So the whole storyline that she thinks I'm a piece of shit, I don't think the patient zero thing is going to help that.
It went you, me, Nick, and then she had a fever yesterday, and now she's fine, apparently. So
Yes. Oh, is she okay?
I don't know. I didn't open these messages, but I saw that it was like 98.7 or something. She's fine.
All right. Death by 1,000 farts, says Mad Joe.
That would be the worst. I can't. Can you hear that inside me?
You better be dead by 1,000.
When I f***ing laugh, there's like a vibrator in my chest.
Lucky devil.
No.
All right, $180 away from today's goal. If you guys want to knock that out, we do appreciate it. If we knock it out by 9, April wants to do corset and dog today for overtime.
Careful with your choice of words.
The dog makes an appearance. April puts on a corset.
Per your request.
Whose request?
The audience.
And I stepped back the next day, and it was so frustrating. It was really starting to exact a psychological toll. Like, I hate when you get sick for so long, it like depresses you. And then just as the nose of the plane was about to hit the mountain, came up right in the nick of time. So I feel good. There's no excuse not to do a good show today. There's no excuse for you not to feel entertained today. If you're not, contact me. I will give you your money back if you put it in. But today we start at 3:15. That is the number for today's overtime and for today's show to be a successful one. Remember, this is a money-making endeavor as well as an entertainment program. And it's $315 is the number. And it's this easy. Under 300 by 7 o'clock, under 2 by 8, under 1 by 9, 0 by 10. We tack on that last half hour of overtime and do a fun show for you. So everybody throw in a couple of bucks. You got the Streamlabs, PayPal, and Venmo links in the chat. There's also Super Chats, becoming a member, or gifted memberships. Well, let's talk to you guys. Well, Johnny, first of all, how was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good.
You had a comedy
had a
show
nice
in
time
Elk
with the-
River?
No, that was
Some people in this world that just don't deserve the treatment I give.
I know.
And she is one of those people. Just a complete innocent. When you've met her once. Well, did you really get to talk to her at all at the
Not
comedy
really.
show?
When everybody hung out in there, like Nick and his wife, and they were all pretty much on the dance floor and hanging out with you guys and stuff. I was just kind of, as usual, like a handicapped person sitting in a spot. And so, yeah, we didn't talk too much.
Okay.
I've talked to him a couple times at the show and stuff, but yeah, I didn't really get to know his wife at all.
Yeah, she's not. And for those of you who know Nick, you'll be surprised to know his wife, not a total piece of shit.
And she's remarkably attractive.
You meet me or you meet Nick and you go, oh, well, whoever they're married to must be mildly shitty people. And absolutely not. Wonderful. Salt of the earth, as they say. Belusier says you only need. Well, see, now I know he's her because. I just like playing that game. Speaking of people I'm Gino Bisconti sent me something very sweet yesterday, and I've officially lost it already. Uh-oh. Oh no! You know what? It was right here. It was right. It was right in. You guys, you're going to have to show me the part where Gino or me. I mean, I know the part where April and Keanu lose. That part I get. But you're going to have to show me the part where Gino and I lose in that situation. Or Nick and I, or Frank and I. You're going to have to show me. Mr. Q says, Milton is not interested in your swinging thing. Is that why dream about him? I don't know what that means. Hobo says, you didn't read my $1.30 donation? Well, hold on. Let's find it. $1.99 from Hobo Chili. He says, Aaron, you're looking very heavy. Take that, Tubby. That hurts my feelings, bud. I didn't want to say that. Right? I didn't want to read that because now that hurt my feelings and I don't feel good. All right. Where's Rekieta Law? 159,000. Holy shit. Yeah, throw me a fucking, how you doing? Oh, boy. Nick doesn't plug steel toe, says Patrick. Oh, look at this. I think I'm dying now, too. Oh, shit. That actually worked. I didn't think that would actually work. That got disgusting. Make sure you clip that if you don't like our show. If you're not a big fan of me, you make sure you clip that because that you're gonna really like that. April sound like Darth Vader. No, what would I say April sounds like right now? Just kind of maybe Hodor a little bit. Skills Carmine says, how did Nick Fuentes hear about your show? Did he? Wow. Any bigger show that hears about my show. Like, I'm tired of these smaller shows than me being obsessed with me and talking about me. That doesn't do me any favors. I need a big show to be obsessed. Bobby Baloney says, Fuentes is obsessed with rackets. That's how he heard about your show. Well, good. I'm glad my friendship with Nick has yielded some kind of result. Why do you think I hang out with the fucking guy?
It always yields a result, just usually on the small of your back. But
Tridio with $5 says, I'm voting for Nicholas Robert Rekieta. I hear he'd be good in a swinger state. Hey, wait a minute. They're called swing states, not swinger states. Matt Melt with $9.99.
Swinger states when Nick gets done with them.
Do it face to face somehow.
We're creative. We're both very flexible.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Is this live? Says Balls Deep. Yes, it is, Balls. Aaron loves it when Gino has that look on his face. PH Cheddar says your volume is low. I know our volume is low. Nick has his stuff kind of low. If I turn it up higher, it's gonna be, it's gonna get really distorted.
Yeah, which is crazy because when I had my headphones on, it sounded like I was inside a large tin can or something.
I mean,
it's very loud.
I can around
and find out.
I mean,
Wait, hey, wait. You haven't said like welcome back to me or anything. I don't even know when my last show was.
I was gonna say welcome back, but then you started f***ing everything up.
I don't think it's my fault.
So I had to wait. No, it's wonderful to have April back. What's the only sound drop Nick has on this thing? What is it? Nothing. It's.
I think that does something. I've seen him hit it before.
Yeah.
I think so.
They're all unmuted.
What the fuck? Why wouldn't he have more sound drops? While he's doing that, I want to say thank you again to Johnny for filling in for me today. And anyone else. I think Matt filled in for an evening show for me. Thank you.
Matt said a while back, he said, turn the mic up. I can't, buddy. I'm sorry. I've got it turned up as loud as I can.
Wow.
I've got, and I'm definitely, and Nick has his show tonight, and I'm definitely up his shit. So
how does this work though? So if he has it at that volume, how does he sound normal? And like
people who listen,
you've got a more boomy voice.
Yeah, people who listen to him are probably just turning their shit up.
I don't know. Seems normal to me. It's just different. Almost wondering if I should ever come back.
Citizen M says April is beloved.
Oh,
I believe so.
Why are you doing this? Why are you so back and forth on me, hot and cold?
Gary Cooper says this is weird. This is fine.
What's weird
I'm
about
having
it?
a great time.
I'm having a good time.
Did Nick slip them Mickeys? I'm impervious to Nick's Mickeys. I know exactly how he slips them. I don't tell.
A Mickey?
It's like a roofie. I don't tell anybody else when he's doing it to them because I don't want to spoil the surprise.
That's not cool.
But I know when he's doing it.
I've never been drugged in my life.
He does this. He goes, and you're like, oh.
I did get drugged accidentally that one time in college.
Yeah.
That was an accident.
Gary Cooper says, go back to the way you had things set up in the beginning, like a radio studio. You know why that looked like a radio studio, Gary?
It was one.
Because it was one.
That's kind of how Nick has his studio here. It's a room with shit behind it.
No, his looks like a streaming room.
Oh.
Yeah,
I just figured that guy meant like a
room
with stuff behind it.
No, like the radio station had like radio station shit in it.
I took pictures of it. We can recreate the whole thing.
Nick has more of like a gamer streaming setup. Because he's got like action figures and shit.
Oh, sure.
And,
nerdy,
all that
nerdy stuff.
Yeah, he's got some nerdy shit back here.
Yeah.
Videos.
Wow.
Yeah. JJ Lynn says April looks lovely for someone who's been sick.
Thank you. I don't feel like I look good, but and I wasn't planning on streaming here tonight, so I didn't have any nice clothes with me. In fact, Aaron only brought me a green tank top to wear, and which Nick informed me, like, you can't wear a green shirt in front of a green screen.
Well, I didn't, in fairness, I did not know we were doing
what would have been
tonight.
funny if he would have just let me wear it down here. And then I would have had Kevin's face on my body, I suppose.
Yeah.
That'd be great. So
April's a piece of shit. I hate her tits.
I'm wearing a Lady Rackets shirt. She's very nice.
Oh, she borrowed you one?
Yes.
Oh.
It was very nice of her. Saving me in my time of need.
I don't say anything to her.
I wouldn't.
I just say hi.
I really hate my nose right now. I sound like a kazoo.
When I come to this house to hang out, let me be clear, to hang out with Nick.
Yes.
I just say hi. And then sometimes she'll do that thing. She'll do that thing where like she'll say something to the group, but you'll treat it like they said it to you, and I'll respond. And she's very nice about not doing this. Like she just goes, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
whatever.
she's my friend. You can't have her.
She humored her eyes.
Did she do it to me too?
No, she smiled and laughed and thought it was funny.
Yeah, every time you replayed that clip or whatever, I was either out of commission or busy. I didn't see it.
She would roll her eyes a lot at Nick.
Okay.
And then every
That's
time at me.
understandable, right?
A lot at Nick and every time at me.
Well, the two people in the hot tub.
The two. She rolled her eyes. So yeah, that was that's what I took.
I didn't know that, but now it makes a lot of sense.
P.A. Cheddar says, "Isn't Nick's studio just a room and yours an open basement?"
His
it's like a closet.
No, his room's a vault.
Wasn't a vault and a closet kind of the same thing?
I have no idea.
I would put vault and closet in the same neighborhood.
It's nice. I like it. It's very dungeony.
Dungeness.
Dungenous. Excuse me, I'm sick.
Owl B says proof of swapping. Yeah, I really like doing shows from Nick's house like every couple of months because it just lets people go, "What the fucking knew it." I like that. Nobody likes Onion says, I knew it. I knew a divorce count is on. Yeah, you got to watch out for that shit, man. We sneak it in on you.
Yeah, so how many months ago was it that the 2 years had started, the countdown?
I think probably November.
Oh, man.
Somewhere around there.
What do we got, a year and I can't do
Well,
math.
and here's
I'm
the
sick.
problem. Once you do the divorce papers, the process takes a few months.
Well, that's funny.
So there's that too. So he's really kind of he's up
Fuck
against
paperwork, right?
it. $205 until. Could he not have shit like this? Like, could we just not have this just hanging around? Nick, for sake, man.
Gino has porn
Look,
stars on with dildos that he deep throats.
I love Nick, but like, just be. If I could give Nick
What else do
some,
we have up here?
if I could give Nick a little advice, it would be just be. Don't be totally normal, but be a little more normal. Just a little more normal. I don't want you to be all the way normal. That would be boring. But just don't.
I'm actually afraid to keep looking. I don't know what I'm gonna find.
We could activate that credit card and see what the limit is.
It's fine.
All right, why don't you go blow your nose?
Oh wow, can I finally?
Yes.
What have I made an hour and 15 minutes. And I got to hear. Can you hear the difference?
Yeah, you sound like shit.
Thanks for putting up with me, guys. Maybe I don't come back.
Are you coming back? I thought you were coming
I'll
back.
come back. I'm
All right.
gonna come back for as long as I can. It's just
Would you go
it's
fix
hard.
that, please? Honestly. I am a says, where is Nikki Haley from? Calcutta? Ah, get it? Calcutta. Why don't you do that? Tony Lopez says she did not endorse President Trump. No, she did not. John's Neglected Cat says, what's Twitchy McImholt on tonight? MDMA from his friend Nick? I mean, no, but I'll ask him. Who's driving, me or you? I mean, I'll ask the guy. Do you want me to? Shit. I didn't know people wanted me to have a good time. What a weirdo. Like, what a square thing to say. Like, hey, what's Nick giving you? Shit that's fun? No, but, like, can ask him if he wants to. I'd be like, hey, man, you know anybody in the central Minnesota area that can get their hands on some, fun time shit? I'll try anything once. Internet people are so weird. They're like, they're garbage human beings, like they're terrible people, but they also try to behave like born-again Christians, which is really off-putting and sad. They're like, oh, what are you going to do? Drugs? Like, I don't know. Like, maybe. Do you want me to? Like, I don't know. Like, they act like if, oh, yeah, what did Nick do? Give you MDMA? Let me ask you a question. What if he had? What, am I going to die? Are you going to die? Is it going to be a problem? I don't really understand that. That's just a weird guy, that John's Neglected Cat. Oh, listen, that doesn't sound like a guy who has a lot of fun, you know?
Hey, let's pick on a guy for a little bit because their show sucks or they don't do a show where they're not any good. Oh, like, subscribe, share, the whole thing.